Hey there, this is Barbara Oswald with Special Olympics South Carolina, joining you again with another part of our event planning series. And then for this section, we're going to be talking about all things opening ceremonies. So, what is a Special Olympics event without an opening ceremonies? Well, let's figure out how to really ensure that we're giving a quality opening ceremonies to our athletes. So to explore this a little bit further, we're going to look at minimum components to an opening ceremonies, additional items that you can add to those opening ceremonies to really make them exciting. And then we're going to look at a sample sequence of events to really see as you start to plan what that opening ceremonies can and should look like. So when we look at the minimum components to an opening ceremony, Special Olympics International general rules really says that an opening ceremony should have the national anthem or Pledge of Allegiance, the Special Olympics athlete's oath, which you all know it, let me win. If I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt, and presentation of the Special Olympics torch, which could be real or symbolic. We've seen some really neat, innovative ways over the years that events have featured a torch. I had actually included one here that I found on Amazon. It's like less than $25. It's battery operated, so it's got a light and it kind of has a fan in there, so it blows like it looks like a flame. There's some really interesting ways of incorporating a torch without actually having a fire there. But certainly it does add an element of excitement. So, some other things that we often see at opening ceremonies include a parade of athletes, which this can be actually announcing every individual athlete, or it could be recognizing whole teams or delegations or even schools at one time. We often have an official's oath, and you can find the official's oath through specialolympics.org. But that's an awesome opportunity to recognize that this is a real sports competition with the same integrity as any other official competition. Same with the coach's oath. And finally, we can really amp up opening ceremonies with some speakers from the community, from the school. It's a really great way of creating some pomp and circumstance prior to your event. So let's look at a sample sequence of events. We may have a welcome from an MC. Having an MC is a great way of kind of connecting all the elements in your event. They can kind of segue from one speaker or one aspect of your opening ceremonies to the next. Next, you may have that torch run. So, bringing the flame of hope into the arena or into the stadium. You may light a cauldron if you have access to one. Again, all of these things could be a mock torch or a symbolic torch or cauldron. Presentation of colors. So, oftentimes, schools or groups will use ROTC or law enforcement to present the colors, and that leads right up to the national anthem and or the pledge. um, National anthem and pledge of allegiance are great opportunities to empower our athletes to be a part of a opening ceremony, so always consider including them in that regard. Then we could have our parade of athletes recognizing delegations, or if it's a small enough event, actually calling out the names of the athletes. We can have an athlete welcome the group. So again, anytime we can incorporate a special mix athlete into the sequence of events, we love to do that. You may consider having the school principal, a mayor, a sheriff, or another local dignitary speak. This is both exciting for the delegation members to have a dignitary there to cheer them on and to welcome everyone, but it's also an awesome way for these leaders to see how important and how fantastic a special mix event really can be. Then you're going to have the athlete's oath, which should be led by a Special Olympics athlete. Coach's oath, also led by a special mix coach. And then any other speakers that you would like to incorporate. Finally, it's always a fun thing to have some musical entertainment or another performance just to add to the celebration of the day. And of course, the MC or the other another dignitary would declare the games open. At that point is a great opportunity for your competition director or your event coordinator to go on to your microphone and kind of direct everybody where to go to start the competition. But the most important thing about this Special Olympics opening ceremonies is that we really have the opportunity to celebrate our athletes, thank all the people who were there to support them, and really get the day kicked off with a huge amount of excitement. We wish you the best of luck in your planning of events. We hope you have a fantastic opening ceremonies, and we can't wait to see you at future Special Olympics events.